chair, what we want is just a little bit of extra space. So although we were going to use the chair for some of our work, we do want a little bit of access to our mat as well, so that we can do a little bit of walking work. So to start, just kind of scoot your chair just towards the tail end of the front or back, doesn't matter. But then for the first 20 seconds, all we're doing is kind of rolling our feet. So we're rolling out to the blade edge of the foot. So the instep and the ankle is moving just a little bit. It's just a little warm up. We're going to do a little bit of footwork to start. So roll out onto the blade edge of the foot and then notice. So be mindful, you don't go past any point that feels beneficial. So we're just kind of stretching through the side of the ankle. Ten more seconds, all you got to do. All right, and then in no particular pattern, we're just going to start to tippy toe walk. So we're going to pick up the heels and then just start to walk around your mat. And the point is to just walk with your heels lifted. So it doesn't really matter which way you go, but we want that little bit of pushing off with the toes, that light bit of strengthening with your ankles. Nice. 7 seconds left. All right, now as you tippy toe, walk yourself back to the end of your mat, find a little bit of clear space, set your heels down, and now we're going to turn the toes in towards each other. So we're going to get a little knock-kneed, a little pigeon-toed. So we're going to find that little bit of a pigeon-toe situation, and now we're going to take that and walk. So keep your knees soft so that you're not kind of pushing against your knee joint too much and it doesn't feel good. Knees are soft, and we're just walking a little bit forward. Keep those toes and knees turned in towards each other. Walk yourself back, but find a little bit of a pace here. Good morning, Pat. Glad you joined us. You're going to need a chair. You're going to need a set of weights. And if you have a little stretchy band, or if you have a hand towel, that'll do the trick. We got 30 seconds left. And then as you start to do this walk here, you might start to notice that you're feeling the action in those outer edges of your hips. So if you can feel that movement happening or that action that's helping drive that movement, we got 10 seconds left. You got this. Nicely done. Okay, now we're going to come up to the tall side of the chair. So bring it in just a little bit, hands on the chair, just for a light bit of support. And now we're going to add some double heel lifts. So we're going to lift the heels slow and controlled, lower them down slow and controlled. We're going to try and keep a nice even distance between the ankles so they're not buckling in, they're not dropping out. So we're going to lift the heels at an even pace, lower them down with the same even pace. Keep a slight firmness in your belly. So we're lifting energetically up through the crown of your head. 8 more seconds left. You got this. All right, now we're going to take it into, heels are going to stay lifted. And now we're going to take it into some butt kicks. So we're just going to pull the heels towards the glutes, keeping the heels lifted. So we're staying in that elevated position, and then just try to maintain a light hold on the chair. So we're not gripping into the chair. Most of the balance is coming through our center, but we're using the chair as a third point of contact so that we can focus on this work that's happening at the legs rather than focus on balance. And time, nicely done. Okay, lower those heels. Now we're going to take it into a bounce. First 20 seconds, all you got to do is pop your heels. So we're lifting the heels up and down, getting a little rhythm going, and you're going to check in and see how this feels. So if this feels like this is already the max for your energy level, you're going to stay with this bounce for the whole minute. But if this bounce is feeling good, you like how this is feeling, now you're going to take it into a little double Dutch. So you're going to hop one foot up and then the other. If that feels like it's too much, come back to the bounce. But if the bounce is feeling good and that double Dutch is feeling good, stick with that double Dutch. 10 more seconds to go. All right, now if that double Dutch is feeling good and you're loving that jump rope, now take it into a full jump rope, both heels lifting off the ground, both toes and balls of the feet lifting off the ground. If that feels like it's too much, take it back to your double Dutch. If the double Dutch has become too much, come back to the bounce. Do the version that feels best to you this morning. We got 5 seconds left. And time. Awesome job. Okay, grab your heavy weights. We're gonna load them up at the shoulders, take it right into some squats. So feet about hip or shoulder distance apart. You choose the version of your legs that feels the best. And then we're gonna think butt back, bend your knees. Sit your butt down and back, keep your chest and chin lifted. We're loading the weights up at the shoulders, but if the weights feel like it's just too much for you this morning, leave the weights off. You're still gonna get plenty of work done. Nice work. We do have some speed rounds this morning, but if your energy is like, no, thank you, I don't want that speed, plenty of opportunities to do work without going fast. So don't worry about the speed if it's not for you this morning. You're already halfway there. And time. Awesome job. Okay, set those weights off to the side. Now we're going to come back to the tall side of the chair, using it just for a little bit of support, but now it's going to be some butt kicks, but with the heels on the ground. So get some speed going, use the chair. You're really driving that heel towards your butt. And what we're shooting for, instead of that running position, we want to find the hamstrings working. So think of this as a super fast hamstring curl. Pull that heel up towards your butt, keep upright, go as fast as you can. If the speed is too much, slow it down. Maybe you pause and hug that heel in towards the butt. But if that speed's feeling good, you got 30 seconds left. Keep driving that heel towards your butt. You got it, 25 seconds. Ten seconds left. And time, nicely done. Okay, stay facing your chair. We're gonna take it into a side bend, knee lift and elbow is gonna squeeze. So we're gonna pull the knee and elbow together, 30 seconds on one side. We're gonna lean out just a little bit. So think side bend. We cross the back of the body, reach up and overhead, hug it in for a squeeze. 30 seconds on this side. So we're just pulling knee to elbow, reaching across, get a little side stretch. Slow it down for a second. Think of this as a working recovery. Yes, 5 more seconds on this side. You got it. All right, and switch to the other leg. Hug that elbow and knee together. Reach it behind you. Get a little side bend. And time. Awesome job. All right, spin your chair around. We're gonna face our butt to the low side of the chair. Next speed round is coming here. It's just to sit down and stand up as fast as you can. So you're gonna let your butt find the edge of the chair, stand right back up. If you need to go slow, sit your butt all the way down. Get that little extra work, pull the knees up to the chest, set it down, rise up with control. But if it feels good to get that little bit of speed, your butt barely touches the edge of that chair, and then you push right back up. You got it. Nice work. Yes. You're already halfway there. Ooh, these squats are making that Pilates work from last month. Look real good. All right, and time. March it out, walk it out. Catch your breath for a second. Turn and face the low side of your chair. And now we're going to take it into a knee lift and squeeze. Hold for 3 seconds. So you're going to pull your knee up towards your chest. Hug it in as tight as you can. Hold it there. Count 1, 2, 3. Set that foot down to the other side. Pull the knee up. Squeeze it as tight as you can. Hold that knee in position. Release your hands. Hold it for 1, 2, 3. Set it down. Switch to the other side. Pull that knee up as tight as you can. Knee stays there, but you release your hands. Hold it for 1, 2, 3. Nice. Set it down. Switch to the other side. Hug it in. Hold it as high as you can. Release your hands. Hold it for 1, 2, 3. Nice. Set it down. Over to the other side. Hug it in. Hold it. 1, 2, 3. Release that foot. Switch to the other side. Release. Hold it for 1, 2, 3. Keep your own pace. You got 10 seconds left. And time. Awesome job. Okay, stay facing the low side of your chair. Our last speed round here. So we're going to reach up and overhead. Hands are going to find the chair. That knee position. Jump back, jump in, jump back, jump in, rise up. You're going to take that as fast as you like. If you want to go a little slower, hands are going to find the chair. Step, step back, step, step in, rise up with control. But if it feels good to do a little jump in, double jump back, stand up. You find the pace that works good for you. Make sure that your chair is in a secure position. Nice work. You're already halfway there. Ten seconds left. And time. Awesome job. Okay, grab your heaviest weights you've got. We're going to take it into deadlifts. So with feet about hip distance apart, toes and knees pointing forward, weights at the thighs, palms facing in. We hinge from the hips. So we find that hip hinge, think butt back, but chest comes forward. Squeeze those glutes, thrust the hips slightly as you come up. This is a working recovery, so take it slow and steady, especially if you're using those heavier weights. Find a nice steady rhythm. Control as you lower down and control as you rise up. Your gaze is going to follow, so you're going to keep your head and your neck in line, which means as you bend forward, you're going to be looking down at the floor and then come up. You got it. Nice work. And time. Awesome job. Okay, we're going to set one weight down, but we will need one weight. We're going to take it over to the chair. So one knee and hand on the chair for a little bit of a supported position, but the arm with the weight, that's going to hang down. We're going to take it into a row with a tricep kickback, bend and bring it back down, lower it with control. We got 1 minute on the clock. You're going to go nice and slow and controlled. If you're working with a heavier weight, take it even slower. Think scrape the elbow along the ribs, push back, bend, bring it in, lower with control. Yes, keep a bit of a firmness in your belly so the low back feels supported. There's a broadness in your shoulders. Nice work, you guys. 7 seconds left on this side. You got it. And time. Awesome job. Okay, we're taking all of that to the other side. I'm going to spin my chair around, but you can move yourself in any way that works good for you. Knee and hand on the chair if you can find it. Other hand is loaded up. We got 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Pull that elbow, scrape the ribs, push back, bend, bring it in with control, lower it down. Nice work. Keep it slow and steady so you're in control of that movement. Belly is pulled in firm. Gaze is down at the floor so you're not cranking against your neck. You got it. Twelve seconds left. And time. Awesome job. Okay, set your weights off to the side. We're going to come down onto the ground and we want to be able to throw our legs up and over the low side of the chair. So put your chair in a place that works good for you. And then as you come down onto the ground, take your time, no need to rush, but we're going to throw our feet up on the chair so that we can find a little action in the hamstrings. So rather than thinking this of a hip bridge where you're thrusting your butt up, we're going to think of it as a hamstring bridge. So hands on the ground, we're going to push the heels into the chair just to the point where you feel those hamstring muscles, the muscles in the backs of the thighs kick on, butt lifts barely off the ground, maybe 2 inches or so, and then release it right back down. And that's the work. Push into the heels, lift, maybe hold it for a second, let those hamstrings get a little action, and then lower back down, soften, and then right back to it. Push into the heels, lift up, lower it with control. So see if you can find, again, that even pace of lift and lower, both with equal amounts of control. You're already halfway there. Five seconds left. And time. Nicely done. Okay, settle your butt down. Legs are going to rest on the chair. I was afraid that if we went cold turkey on our Pilates, you guys would be sad. So I thought, oh, we'll throw a little hundreds in, but in a nice version. So let your legs rest on the chair, hands down alongside your hips, curl up the head, neck, and chest. Start to pump the arms. Inhale for a count of 5. Exhale for a count of 5. Keep a little space in the neck and the throat. Keep pulling the abdominal muscles down. A nice vigorous pump of the arms. You got it. "25 seconds left. You got this." Check that belly button. Make sure it's pulling down towards the spine. Keep those arms pumping. Woo! And time. Nice job. Lower your head down. Maybe take a nice big reach up and overhead. Take a nice big breath. And then we're going to step our feet off the chair and we're going to scooch our chair just out of the way, just as far to the other end of your mat as you can. And now if you want, you'll grab a weight or 2 weights. We're going to load it up and now we'll take it into some hip bridges. So if you want a loaded hip bridge, you're going to support the weights across the bony hip points, but your legs are going to do most of the work here. So your hands are just going to help hold that weight in place. Lift your hips up, squeeze your glutes, lower with control. Same amount of control going up as going down. We got 1 minute on the clock. You're working at your pace. Nice, Helen, beautiful. Yes, Judy, awesome job. Man, you guys are amazing. Nice work. Nice, Liz. Nice, Karen. Nice, Mama. You guys are amazing. I bet, Pat, you look great too. I can't see you, but you're amazing. You're already halfway there. And time. Awesome job. Set your weight off to the side, and then you're going to choose your own adventure here. We're going to do one without weights, see how it feels, and then you'll add weights if you want to. So it's going to be a sit up, punch across the body 4 times, back down. So if it feels like you want that little extra work in the chest and the upper body, you're going to grab your weights, load them up at the chest, 4 punches across, and then back down with control. If you're using those weights, you've got to make sure that you're keeping control as you come up and down through that sit-up position. Nice and slow and steady, you got it. And time. Awesome work. Okay, set one weight off to the side. This is going to be just a fun one. It's mostly a massage for the back of the body, but then we do find a little bit of work with control. So lower onto your back, take your weight with you. We're going to pull the knees up towards the chest. And you're going to start by looking a little to the left and looking a little to the right. So you might be staying right here with a gentle roll side to side. You'll roll to the point that your hip comes up a little, catch a little control. But if you have room to move, if your space is clear and you have a little room to move side to side, you're going to keep those knees up towards your chest. You'll roll all the way over to one side, keeping the weight off of your chest. Push off with your legs and your elbows, and you'll roll all the way over to the other side. So it's a little bit of a weighted massage across the back of the body, but there is some control that has to happen to keep that weight off your chest and that little push off with the elbows and the shoulder and the knee. So if you need to keep it in that smaller range of motion, just stay with that little rock side to side. My hip kind of picks up off the ground, my obliques kick on, and then I take it right over to the other side. Nice work. Yes, you guys are amazing. Awesome job. And time. Okay, set your weight down, away out, off to the side. Grab your theraband or your stretchy band, or if you don't have a theraband or a stretchy band, you'll just use a towel or a bathrobe tie, anything that gives you a little bit of length. But we want to come down onto the ground, take your band, catch hold of the bottom of the right foot. From here, we're going to keep a little bit of a micro bend in the knee, a little bit of a tug on that theraband. You're going to hold on tight to the ends of your theraband, push your heel towards the ground, and then bring it back in. Push your heel towards the ground just a little bit. We want to feel a little kicking on of the hamstring muscle, and then bring it back in. One more just like that. Push it towards the ground, bring it back in, and now pull it towards you just to the point where you feel the muscle in the back of the thigh. If you're feeling it up into your knee, release it just a little bit, bend your knee a little bit more, and then see if you can keep that bent knee position, pull it a little tighter, and see if you can find that good stretch happening right at the back of the thigh. Take 3 to 5 more breaths here, just finding that nice good stretch in the back of the thigh. Cool. Now we're going to stay holding onto this right leg, but soften up the position just a little bit so we have room to move. Slide your left leg nice and long. Now we're going to take both ends of our theraband or our strap or a towel, whatever we're using. The other hand, the left hand is going to come out as a little bit of an anchor. We're going to bring the leg slightly across the midline of the body and then swing it out to a width that you feel sensation inner thigh and groin. Bring it slightly across the midline of the body. So here you might feel sensation in the IT band or in the outside of the thigh, and then slightly out. So find a range of motion where you feel a bit of good sensation. Give your body a little time to kind of ease into it. Nice. And then the next time the leg comes out to the right, let it go as far as it can go. You might even externally rotate the toe just a little bit to create a little bit more space. Take 3 nice deep breaths. Nice. And then with a little tug in that strap, pull it back to center, switch hands. So we're going to take both ends of the strap into the other hand, bring it about 45 degrees across the body. So you'll hopefully feel a little stretch down through the IT band and maybe down into the side of your glute. Your right hand can come out as a little bit of support. Take 3 nice big breaths here. Awesome. And then a little tug on that strap, pull it back to center, re-grab both ends one last time. Pull it in, get that little stretch to the back of the leg, and then release it. We're going to kick the left leg up to meet. So now we're going to loop the band around the left foot, set your right leg down, choke up on that theraband so you get a good firm grip. Keep that steady. Push your heel down towards the ground, and then release. Push your heel down towards the ground, and then release. Nice. One more just like that. Push your heel down towards the ground, and then release. Keep that bend in the knee, draw the leg in, try to find that sensation through the back of the thigh. So if you're feeling it in the back of the knee, soften your knee, readjust, and then see if you can find that stretch coming through that meaty part of the back of the thigh. Awesome. Release it just a little bit. Take both ends of your strap into your left hand. Right leg is going to go nice and long. And now we're going to come to that side to side movement. So we're swinging it out to the side and across the midline of the body. Give a little time here to let a little bit of flexibility, a little gumminess or warmth come into the legs. Awesome. The next time it swings out to the left, let it go as far as it can. I hit a wall here, so I only go as far as the wall lets me go, but you go as far as feels right to your body or your space allows, and then take 3 nice big breaths. Beautiful. Put a little tug on that strap, bring it back to center, re-grab both ends with the other hand. And now we're going to bring it about 45 degrees across the body, or just as far as feels right to you, where you feel a little sensation down the IT band and into the side of the glutes. Once you're there, take 3 nice deep breaths. Nice. When you're ready, bring it back in, re-grab both ends one last time. Pull that leg in just to the point where you feel sensation in the back of the thigh. Take a nice big breath. Awesome. And now we're going to soften that leg, kick the right foot up to meet. So both legs are going to come into the loop of the theraband. You're going to pull nice and tight, lower your legs all the way down to the ground. And then from here, think roll up, curl up the head, neck, and chest. Roll all the way up, reach past your toes if you can, let go of that yoga strap, the theraband, whatever you're using. Take 3 nice big breaths here. Awesome. When you're ready, come up nice and slow. We're going to spin the legs out and around, find your tabletop position, and we're just going to finish with 3 cat-cows. So inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest, lift your tail, just a little stretch through the back. Exhale, round your back, round your shoulders, tuck chin to chest. Inhale to drop your belly. Exhale to round your back. One more time. Inhale, drop your belly. Exhale, round your back. Awesome job. Neutral spine. And then if you like, just lift your knees up, step your feet in, roll your way up to a standing position. You guys are amazing. Nice work today. Grab your foam roller if you're sticking around, and I would